Hey there, everybody. Crazy busy day, but I did say I was going to do a video about algorithms, and we have a lot of them to talk about today. We're going to talk about hockey. We're going to talk about Major League Soccer. We're going to talk about baseball. We're going to talk about college basketball with the last four games of the Sweet 16 happening tonight. And we're going to talk about NBA. It's actually a big slate of NBA tonight. I've added some of the sports algorithms that I had not had in the store on Ken Braverman recently. Those are the hockey algorithm, NHL, which you're looking at right now. I also added MLS, which is this one. We'll talk about this weekend. And I added NBA. These are all $25 a piece, very inexpensive. You can get the most recent version of these algorithms and then start to update it yourself when you also subscribe to RotoWire to get the stats that you need on RotoWire. So we're going to go over all those games, and then we'll talk about baseball, which is already having a good day. We're 2-0 so far today. And I did a private video for all those that have purchased the $100 subscription for MLB, which is a daily email from now until April 15th, where I go over the games totally private. As I do work on the MLB file, it's going to provide a lot of extra information that you won't get from the odds makers because I'm going to start combining current year and past year stats doing what I do here. So I'm not making those public. This is the last day you're really going to see any of this MLB information because the rest of it's going to be private just for those who subscribe so that we can take advantage of not altering the lines by publishing what this is really telling us. So we'll get into that at the end of the video. Let's start with hockey because there's only one game. Algorithm picks the underdog, Buffalo, to beat New Jersey. Should be a close game, but Buffalo can win 3-2, maybe 3-3 goes to overtime and they win. That's what it says. It is an underdog line, so the algorithm likes the Sabres on Friday night. Soccer. Many soccer games, not one of the best algorithms. We're only using team stats for soccer. But one thing you can look at is look for huge disparities in the projected scores of the games. So Inter Miami over New York City FC. This is a pretty good line for a team that's supposed to win 4-1. That's what it says there. So Inter Miami is a big pick for this weekend. And the LA Galaxy over the Seattle Sounders is another one. The lines are similar for both of those games. A lot of the other games are pretty close, but it does say some things like a big underdog, Chicago Fire beating Atlanta United. Those are some really big underdog lines there. It's showing Portland Timbers over the Vancouver Whitecaps at an underdog line. It's just some interesting things to look at. We'll keep tracking how this works out as the season progresses. It did pretty well last year, especially as the season matured. So that is MLS soccer. I also have a ton of other soccer leagues that I haven't updated in a long time. So if you want one of those will also be $25 and I can send you Bundesliga, La Liga, Liga MX, Liga 1, I said Bundesliga, right? English Premier League, Champions League. I've got all of those. Serie A, all the soccer ones. So if you're interested in soccer, football, there you go. FUTBO apostrophe accent L. Next, let's go to the college basketball games. Talked about them in a couple previous videos. Nothing has really changed. The injury report is still the same. It's got Marquette on top as the top pick. Then Houston over Duke, and the game that I think everybody's going to be watching, Purdue and Gonzaga, should be awesome game to watch. And the one thing that this is really saying is that this Tennessee Creighton game is really, really close at a margin of 3%. Could go either way. So look for that game to just be the closest game out of all of them. And we'll see if these other three teams can win. Also, Duke has been playing better, but they do have a game time decision injury. One of their players with a finger injury, who's a very significant player. So that may weigh into this game and push Houston over the top, but we'll see what happens. So nothing really to report other than what the odds makers are doing here with the college basketball games tonight, but they will be fun to watch. Next, let's go over NBA. So there's a big schedule for NBA, and I like discussing this today because this is the first time I've updated NBA in well over a month. Last time I updated it was, yeah, exactly a month. The leap day, the 29th of February was the last time I updated this. Whenever I take a break from updating the NBA algorithm or any of these algorithms for a long period of time, you tend to get some beneficial looks at teams when it comes to money line odds. The fewer videos I do, the better the lines will get because it won't reinforce, whatever the algorithm thinks is not published daily. The odds makers start to kind of do their own thing and you can start to see better lines. So this is kind of what has happened today. For some reason, you've got the Oklahoma City Thunder at a plus 106 line. They've got a 10% margin, which is pretty big when it comes to NBA stats. So I mean, both these teams are healthy. Anytime I see something like this, that's a clear pick out of the algorithm. So when it comes to even money bets, the Oklahoma City Thunder today it's the pick of the day when it comes to the algorithm. Also, you've got some injuries on the Timberwolves against the Nuggets, so that's probably why they're an underdog here, but they're also probably going to cover 7 points, given that they would normally be better, apparently, than the Nuggets this year. But you do have to watch out for those injuries. You've also got the Clippers over the Magic. They're healthier. That's only a minus 125 line. All these teams up here are injured, so be very careful. The Knicks against the Spurs, they should not be minus 400 here. They're not healthy. So I know the Spurs are not that good, but Wembanyama might put up some points. I don't know. Like I would stay away from the Knicks. The Warriors probably do win because the Hornets are significantly injured. The Trailblazers are significantly injured. So I understand why these two lines for the Warriors and the Heat are terrible. And they're probably going to win, but there's really not much to do there with these horrible lines. But the Rockets, really injured against the Jazz, should not be minus 300. Look for the Jazz to cover the 7.5 points when you see significant injuries like this. They might be game time decision injuries. I haven't really dug into the injury report here, but we could do that, but I just haven't done that. It's something you can do if you want to buy the file and really dig into NBA. But the obvious thing is the Thunder and the pick of the day, which I'll put into the Sprap crypto coin that I have. If Oklahoma City Thunder win, money's going into the Sprap coin because that's just a clear pick here. So Thunder, yeah, Clippers. Um, Also, as you go further down here, Mavericks beating the Kings. They're healthier and they're even money and they have the margin. So, I mean, there's some really obvious things to play here. Mavericks, Clippers, and Thunder coming out of the NBA algorithm. So that's why I like to not do videos about these algorithms frequently because you'll start to see better lines like this when I stop publishing these videos. Now let's finish off with baseball. So, like I said, you'll want to purchase the $100 subscription to the MLB algorithm to get the private emails and videos from me every day, as I really spend a lot of time with this over the next few weeks. This is where my effort's going to be concentrated, other than watching hockey and paying attention to hockey. But hockey is just so difficult to wager on, and anything can happen. Baseball is a lot more reliable. The games are untimed, they're longer, and you have a lot of stats to use. So baseball had a really good day yesterday. I discussed in the video, and really all of these picks looked pretty good. Like everything on here. These top five or top six. Dodgers, Cleveland again at extremely reasonable line of minus 134. I'm surprised that that's not minus 200 given Oakland's poor reputation last year. And I don't see them having picked up a ton of players. So Cleveland probably wins that game. Yankees are stronger today because Rodon's ERA, Carlos Rodon's ERA, is really high from last year. That is showing up right here. Almost ERA of almost 7 last year. So it picks Houston to win that game. And I mean, you should expect a lot of these teams to win. And I expect this to be profitable again today. It's already 2-0, winning some games down at the bottom that are kind of toss-up games anyway. But it looks like it's starting to have a good day already. And we'll see if the one underdog of the day, being the Pirates over the Marlins, actually happens. So if you want to purchase these algorithms, follow the links in the description and go to kenbraverman.com and you can get copies of them. The MLB is a little more expensive, but you're getting daily emails from me and you're getting information that nobody else is getting other than people that subscribe. And as for the other algorithms, your hockey, your NBA, and your soccer algorithms, they'll be helpful. Soccer is probably the least helpful out of all of them, but NBA, I could raise the price on NBA. It's worth it, and it's historically proven to be quite reliable over the years from the get-go. Like I set up NBA off of the college basketball algorithm like 2 years ago, I think, maybe two. This is probably the third season of NBA. Just right off the bat, thing just started winning. just has never looked back. It's really been one of the best algorithms because basketball is a really good sport to predict. So there you go. That's the update. A lot of sports tonight on Friday night. Enjoy. May all your picks be winning and watch that Purdue Gonzaga game. It's going to be fun to watch. That I guarantee. All right. Enjoy. May all your picks be winning.